And I thought dreaming of Alex was a thing of the past. Might as well get rid of some of that clutter from yesterday. No point in carrying all that junk around. Ugh, my head. Something is happening. Whoa, my eyes feel great. Everything looks so sharp and clear. I don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Agent England. Good, you're up.
Morning, gentlemen.
We were just going to see if you were awake. There's been a freak accident of sorts.
It's probably best for you to see for yourself. The timing is quite suspicious, given the recent murders.
All right. Who is the victim?
Leonard Dahl, the head of our new recycling center. He was killed sometime during the night.
In a most gruesome manner, too. Gabriel will accompany you to the site.
Very well. Let's be on our way then.
Here we are. Have a look around. The man standing over there is our witness.
Got it. I'll let you know if I need any help.
Understood. I'll be here.
Gabriel?
Yes, ma'am?
Do you know who Katarina Berg is? She may also go by the name Melinda.
I don't know about Katerina, but Melinda? That's the name of the school teacher, I think. At least that's what I heard the kids call her outside.
Are you absolutely sure?
Positive. As far as I know, she's the only Melinda in Nordsund.
That's excellent news. If you see her, take her into custody immediately, and let your colleagues know to be on the lookout too.
Yes, ma'am. Wow. You city police have some impressive hardware.
Thanks. I don't see anything on your hip. That typical for Nordsund?
Yes. We do have an armory, but it's barely used.
That's reasonable, given the typical rate of violent crime in a small place like this.
Up until recently, I suppose that was true.
What do you know about Leonard Dahl?
Nothing really. I never got to talk to him much.
What do you know about the Conduit?
It's some fringe religious group, isn't it?
Yeah, terrorist classified.
Right. Are they tied to the case?
Sort of, but I'm still trying to figure out the details.
Understood. I'll let you know if I come across anything related to them.
What can you tell me about this accident?
Nothing that isn't secondhand information. You should talk directly to the witness.
Okay, that's all for now.
Roger that, ma'am.
Thank God you're here. Len...
Slow down, relax. You're safe. We're here to help. Start at the beginning.
Okay. The big organics processor. I woke up late last night, heard it fire up. I live next door, so I got dressed and walked in here. Leonard wasn't around, so I turned all the machines off. I went to look for him in his living quarters, but he wasn't there. I figured he was still out late with some of the guys and that the machines had sprung to life on their own somehow. I went back to bed and slept through the night. Didn't hear anything else. When I came back this morning to work just half an hour ago, Leonard was still gone. He's usually up and about way before my shift starts. I did a routine check of the organics processor and that's when I noticed his remains in there.
The victim is inside that machine?
Yes.
Could it have been an accident?
I don't know. God, I can't get it out of my head.
Please, try to calm down. Could it have been an accident?
It could, maybe he fell down in the pipe, and was torn to shreds. Oh, God, poor Leonard.
It's no use. He's having a panic attack. I have some more questions.
Okay.
So, tell me what you know about Leonard.
He was my supervisor. I've been working for him for about a year now.
Do you know anything about his private life?
He was kind of a quiet guy. He was strong as a horse. Fond of books, too.
He liked books? What kinds?
I don't know, all sorts. Maybe go check his room or something. I really didn't know him that well.
How does the organics processor work?
No, don't make me think about that death trap.
This thing is used to transport metals to the smelter. It's filled with various junk. This conveyor belt sends metal objects down into the smelter. A control panel for this machine. Looks turned off. All right, looks like these are the materials last put into the smelter. Various tools and lots of knives headed for recycling. Wow, I think I just found the weapon that killed Carl and Maya.
That would indicate foul play, right? Kind of unlikely to have a freak accident with a murder weapon in the same room.
Agreed, but I'll refrain from drawing any conclusions until I know more. No DNA or prints, so this knife must have been thoroughly cleaned. Got the knife. I have some more questions.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I need for the time being.
All right.
Leonard's bed. Nothing out of the ordinary. This is probably where Leonard handled all of the paperwork. Mostly history books and some fictional novels. About half filled with God knows what. Pretty stinky. A few crates of different sizes. Maybe for transporting some of the recycled materials? post-mortem. This clearly wasn't an accident then. It was a disposal of a murder victim. I should try to get access to the remains behind the grinder. Guess that's the intake for materials to be recycled. This says the machine works by grinding down organics into smaller chunks, and then burning them to create biogas. The control panel here can be used to retract the grinding gears and access the chamber, but the system waits for the latest batch to be incinerated first. These must provide power for the machine. Not sure which cable leads to what. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. That looks like the ignition mechanism. I can see the yellow cable powering it. I tried pulling it loose, but it's stuck in there pretty good. Okay, the yellow cable is disconnected now. I think that retracted the grinding gears. There was a small key among the remains. It must have been in the victim's pocket. Ugh, this is quite a mess. I'm not equipped to deal with this. I'll have to ask Dr. Pearson to come here and gather the body parts. Hey, Gabriel.
Yeah?
I've managed to secure the body. You're free to leave and get back to your other duties. The remains are in quite bad shape, so I think it's best if Dr. Pearson collects them.
Roger that, ma'am. I think the doctor has some medical emergency this morning, but he should be able to take care of it today or tomorrow.
Good. Tell him to bring it all to the morgue.
Will do. I'll go find him right away.
Can I leave too? I really need to go get a drink.
I suppose. I'll call for you if I come up with any more questions.
Hi, honey.
No. Wait, what? It wasn't a dream? I must be going crazy. The blue is messing with my head.
That's one way to say hello. You doing okay there, darling?
Not really, Alex.
How can I help then? This is weird for me, too.
I have no idea. It's so strange seeing you like this.
Well, I'm here now. Maybe we should just try to make the best of it.
I guess so.
Great. So, how are you doing? Really?
Oh, you know, keeping it together somehow. I thought taking on this case would give me a chance to get away from everything.
I get that. We went through a lot.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Well, I'll let you get back to the case. Let's talk later, all right?
Okay. I must be losing my mind. A mural depicting some kind of abstract art. Hey there.
Hi. Whoa, badass coat.
Oh, thanks. Got it a week ago.
Right on. You need to get some patches and stickers and shit for it too. Give it some personality.
I might just do that. So, you're some kind of artist.
Yeah? What do you think?
It reminds me of a fractal pattern.
Huh. That's an interesting take.
There's that red light again. Something must be wrong. Oh, the tank is nearly out of nutrients. I should keep an eye out for a replacement canister.
Horrible how much death has befallen us. I read that in a book once.
A fitting quote, considering the circumstances. Hi there, Walter.
Morning, miss. How was your first night in town?
Yeah, have a nice night's sleep? Well, I sure didn't. This numbnut forgot to unplug me, so I had to listen to his snoring for 9 hours.
I protest, Nissa. I hardly ever sleep for more than 7.
Oh, wow. That makes it much less like torture.
I slept okay. The bed was a bit too soft for my taste, but I'll live.
Glad to hear it. So, what can I do for you today?
Hey, Walter, do you happen to have any containers for liquid nutrients?
Oh, I'm fresh out of those. Sold my last one to Maya Strand. Said she was working on a processing unit for a high-energy liquid food solution. Like people actually want to eat goo.
All right. Thanks anyway. I guess you heard what happened in the recycling center.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but man, people dropping dead left and right like this, it's getting real scary out there.
What do you think of the conduit?
Lunatics, plain and simple.
I'm surprised to hear you say that, given what you do for a living.
Sure, I may seem like the kind of guy who would meddle with AI, but you have to remember that these are just puppets and dolls.
It's true. I'm not really a robot. We just pretend I am.
That's right, my lad. My family was almost wiped out in the collapse. I wouldn't betray their memory by supporting those nutjobs.
What do you know about the murder at the museum, Maya Strand?
I don't know anything about the attack, but I worked with her from time to time. Some of my handiwork can be seen in her exhibitions.
Ah, they got some robots in there.
Yeah, I assembled them from parts I found in the junkyard. Or the bot cemetery, as I like to call it. Sometimes I feel more like an archaeologist than a mechanic.
Got it. So, do you have any idea who killed Maya?
Ooh, I got a theory.
No, Nissa, it wasn't the big war robot in the main exhibition.
Why not? That thing is huge. It could easily rip people to pieces, or buildings for that matter.
I know because I built it, Nissa. It's totally harmless.
I don't buy it, Pops. It's got red eyes. That's a telltale sign of a bot turned evil.
What I wanted to say was that Maya could be a little odd, but I have no reason to believe anyone would want to kill her.
Pops calling others odd. Now that's a joke that requires no punchline.
Walter, try to focus on the subject matter, please. Do you know where I can find the school teacher, Melinda?
I'm not sure who that is. What does she look like?
Light brown hair, fair skin, mid-20s or so?
Oh, just my type.
They're all your type, Nissa.
That's not true, Pops. Only women. And, well, some robots.
Quiet, boy. She's not interested in your goddamn preferences. Now, Agent, there's a lot of ladies like that in Nordson. A picture would certainly be helpful.
I have one right here, but it's not much to look at.
You weren't joking. I can't do much with this. Let me know if you find a better one.
Fair enough. I will. What's your opinion on Anderson, the police commissary?
Seems like a reasonable man to me. But then again, I tend not to be involved in, crime.
Yeah, right.
Hush, boy.
What's your opinion on Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
A politician? Me and those kinds of people run in quite different circles, to say the least.
What do you think of Dr. Pearson?
Quirky guy, but he means well. Sometimes he asks me to come over and help with the kids.
Oh yeah? Help how?
Usually by playing doctor and patient with Nissa. It helps calm down the little ones.
Ah, that's clever. Did you know Leonard Dahl?
A little. He came by every now and then, buying things for the recycling center. We've been talking about automating some of the work there.
Yeah? Anything out of the ordinary about him?
I wouldn't say so. He was a quiet, nice guy. A real shame what happened to him.
I'm off. See you later.
Take care.
Bye-bye, police lady.
Hi there. I see that there's been some progress with the fallen power line.
Yep, feel free to head in now.
Great, I'll do that later. This facility has been deemed compliant with the Third Decree, 12th Amendment, on November 4th, 79 AR. Path of the Pilgrim. Kind of an odd name for an exhibition about the collapse. I'm pretty sure these were flown autonomously, and that some famous world leader got killed by hackers who took control of her vehicle. A terrorist group claimed responsibility, and there was a bloody civil war. It shows various star constellations. Apparently the ones we planned to explore with some incredible new rocket engine that they were about to finish when the collapse happened. It's hard to think that most people had several of these in their homes once upon a time. The collapse occurred on what we now refer to as Year Zero AR, Anno Reducto, Year of the Collapse. During this time, AI was involved intimately in every part of our lives. The typical family could not be sustained without it for more than a few weeks. A coalition of anti-technology, anti-globalist, and religious movements, referred to as the human wave, reached a critical mass due to a series of AI incidents across the globe. A growing fear of the singularity, mainly proposed by Voice for Human Progress, VFHP, was a contributing factor, as were proven hardware faults and widespread robotics across the globe. On June 2nd, the Third Decree UN resolution was passed, declaring that all AI was scheduled to be discontinued over a course of 10 years. An observant reader may notice that this definition is different from the Third Decree we live by today, wherein CPUs are completely outlawed. This is because the Third Decree has been amended 12 times. However, the phasing out period for AI did not proceed as planned, and we now enter an era in which there are large holes in our historical records. But we do know that there was a massive worldwide blackout, rendering most computer chips and processors in the world unusable. Contemporary scholars have theorized about what exactly caused this sudden change. If it was a deliberate large-scale attack, an unintended consequence of the ongoing shutdowns, or if there could be natural causes, such as solar flares. The evidence is scarce, and the lack of global communication and infrastructure, not to mention the struggle for daily survival, has made truth-seeking in this matter extraordinarily difficult. Regardless, the end result was clear. From that day, the old world was no more. In the dark, we took our first stumbling steps as truly free humans, surrounded by our mountains of dead machines. Due to the Third Decree, AI today is practically non-existent outside sanctioned laboratory conditions. Fringe terrorist groups such as the Conduit and N Protocol, EP, still try to resurrect AI, but have been successfully fought and nearly wiped out by authorities. Critics of the nanosubstance Blue claim that despite it lacking CPUs, it is a form of intelligent neural network warranted to be included in the Third Decree. Defenders of Blue tend to cite the Fourth Amendment, where transhumanism efforts in the form of human augmentation are declared legal. However, the Fourth Amendment was written before the discovery of Blue, when primitive mechanical and cybernetic implants were the only options for human augmentation. The human wave was a loose affiliation of political and religious movements with the supreme goal of eradicating AI. It is widely considered to be the largest single cause of the collapse. Post-collapse, the movement continued its activities to some extent up to 4AR, but gradually lost its ability to maintain any larger operations due to the extensive deglobalization. Over time, the subgroups of the human wave splintered back into their original factions. Some, having accomplished their goals, ceased to exist completely. Others, like the Church of Epos, Earth Preservation Orthodox Society, were formed to find a new place in a post-collapse world. A regeneration pod kept people healthy and energetic. No idea what this is. Must have been some kind of local thing. I remember reading about some military experiment gone haywire in these parts. Maybe this is it. Looks like this is modeled from how the world looked pre-collapse. There's no crack caused by the Hyperloop failure, and the crater field is nowhere to be seen. Wow, this thing must have been fearsome back in the day. Path of the Pilgrim. Kind of an odd name for an exhibition about the collapse.